The She-Hulk incident, Tatiana Maslany. Man, it got really bad. I want to check out the reviews. Let's see. This made me feel stuff that I've never felt before. I felt more billion emotions in the right spots. Right now, I'm buying in bulk all the Morbius backpacks. Well, here I am again, revisiting the timeless cinema classic that would go on to spark a whole universe of action, politics, space, religion. If you compare the Jedi Order to it, bro, this is my first time writing a review, but after seeing the first episode, I felt the need to. I've been a lifelong comic fan, have even enjoyed the other Disney Plus shows, thought that they were fairly blunt, heavy blunt with the messaging they were trying to convey. But this is the pinnacle of caring more about the message than the piece of art itself. I'm more than fine with a piece of TV or literature conveying an important message as long as it's done well. This is not done well. This is deeply sad. It deeply, fuck you for reading bad. Okay, it deeply saddens me to see it like this. The message that women can do anything men can is a powerful and important message that we all should teach. But doing so in such a heavy-handed way, and the method of doing so by putting men down and labeling them as all bad, is not only offensive. Listen, bro, I seen that She-Hulk, some of the clips, and I haven't seen them all. I haven't watched the show, and I don't think I'm gonna plan on seeing the show. But yeah, I think this is like one of the biggest problems that some women have with media, with women in media. How they will just strip the femininity away from women, and then just add a lot of masculine traits. Kind of weird. I saw a clip where I don't know her name, Tatiana. I don't know her actual like actor name. I'm not her actor name. The character she plays. I don't know the name of the character she plays, but it was crazy to me how. Now, it's not crazy to me, but she ended up crashing in the car with Bruce, and Bruce was knocked out. I could believe that. But then she started pulling Bruce out of the car, which blew my mind, because I was thinking to myself, like, bro, there's no way you're gonna move a man like that out. Like, no way. That is hard unless you're leveraging yourself on something. Let me go see that clip, dude. I gotta go see that clip because I don't really remember it well, but I feel like they're gonna strike me if I do that. I wish let me see. She-Hulk pulls out Bruce Banner. Let's see. Yeah, like right here. She's like pulling them out. Like, do you see this? She's pulling them out. And when I saw that clip, I was like, bro, how are you doing that? Like, unless you're leveraging yourself on like tree branches or tree trunks that can like help you pull him out, you're not pulling them out. I don't know, it was just very odd to me. It's very odd. No, Jen, I'm bleeding. Jen, get away from me, I'm bleeding. I don't know, it was very odd. So anyways, yeah, dude, I don't like when like they strip away the femininity and then just give all the masculine traits to a female, or not even masculine traits. Let's not even call it that. Let's just say like they give her strength that a woman is not typically supposed to have. So it's very rare for a woman to have that kind of strength. And most importantly, I've seen a couple of people talk about this, and a lot of the points I kind of agree with it. I haven't seen the show, but they say that She-Hulk, the character, she doesn't exactly learn any lessons. Like, everything is so easy for her, and she aces everything. And I kind of do agree with that. Like, when you have a character that is just flawless beyond belief, like a Mary Sue or a Gary Stu, it's very difficult to relate to them in any way or any capacity. And typically, like, whenever we watch shows like that, it could be impressive within the first couple minutes, but then it starts to get boring because you start to think like, man, like you start to feel really bad for yourself. Like, I know whenever I watch Naruto, you guys know Naruto, like there's a lot of like characters in there they're just like flawlessly talented, and I'm just like, I feel bad for myself, you know. Like I know there's this character name. Let me show you guys. Itachi Uchiha. This character, oh my, like bro, like I wanted to be Itachi so bad. I'm not even kidding. I wanted to be this character so bad, but I couldn't because like he was a talented super genius at age 6. Bro, I'm not gonna be a super genius talented person who like aces all their exams beyond A+. But I like whenever you watch a character on TV, you want to either strive for that character or you want to relate to that character. And this ain't it, Chief. Like I didn't realize the harm this was doing for me because I really thought I was a genius at like whenever I saw this character, I started like telling myself like, wait, no, I can achieve this, I can achieve this. And I started reading books. I'm not gonna lie though, like whenever I saw a character like this, I started like reading books. I started like pretending to fight, like, you know, what, I don't know what it's called, image fighting or something like that, whatever. And I actually tried to fight, so it motivated me. But then like that motivation quickly dissipated, and I don't know, I just never tackled it. And I started feeling bad because I wasn't this guy. It wasn't until like much later on, like when I was like 20, 23, 24, when I started realizing like, damn bro, like I try to be this character so bad, and this character is an impossibility to be. Why would you want to be this character? It's the same thing with She-Hulk. Like, bro, you can't tell me that there's gonna be women that are gonna look at this and be like, I want to be like that. You know, it blows my mind that like it's just not grounded on reality, dude. Be grounded on reality, because you got to remember, bro, whenever women look at characters like this, you got to remember they're gonna want to emulate that character. It's the same thing with anime characters, like where like, you know, some of these characters have like what do you call it, like big breasts in anime. Like I really hate that. I really hate big breasts in anime, because not only is it bad, I feel like it's bad for men because it primes them to think a certain way, but you know what else, it's very detrimental to women as well, because that image of a woman is ingrained into these women's heads, and it probably most likely makes them feel bad because they don't have big breasts like that. And I feel like that's a problem for me. Like I really do feel like that's a problem for both men and women. But anyways, yeah, so you always want to be that character that you see on the screen. This ain't it, man. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna like start performing like impossible gymnastic tricks? You're not, bro. And then it's gonna make you feel bad because you can't do it. So that's like my problem with She-Hulk. But anyways, let's go back to that review, okay? Anyways, yeah. I lost myself because I just rambled on. Okay, anyways, important message that we should all teach, but doing so such a heavy-handed way, and the method of doing so by putting men down and labeling them all as bad is not only offensive, limits potential audience, and it also destroys the message itself, since if they can only show how strong women can be through putting down men, then you still need men to show how strong women are. I feel it's a far more powerful message for Jen to be strong by themselves, not needing to compare themselves to men, showing that they are just good as anyone else without having to put anyone down. I'm sorry if I'm reading this bad. It's bad. I guess it needs to be double spaced for me to read this properly. I have never been so disappointed by a TV show in my life. This had the potential to be a spectacular. She-Hulk is a comedic character in the comics, which would fit perfectly in a comedic MCU. Not to mention the amazing concept of legal process within a world of superheroes. But this is not that. They have taken a beloved character and used them to spread a message and then tell a story, and not the other way around. A message is only as strong as the method it is shared, and it is strengthened by a good and compelling story. If any writer or directors or anyone in production of She-Hulk, I beg of you, I beg of you, please stop this. Rewrite the story, halt all production, and don't tarnish a beloved character and an amazing story that could be told. Fix this before it's too late. Please, I beg of you. Okay, we know she's trying to say I beg of you. Okay, dude, let me show you guys, man. This was insane, man. So I saw this. Again, I don't want to show this stupid clip because I know for sure it's gonna get it's gonna get struck by the algorithm. Okay, so there was this like scene where this girl wanted to get, okay, so first off, like the actresses were kind of giving out and hinting ideas out to the director or whoever. I don't know who wrote the story, but she was just talking about how, like, you know, men get kicked in the groin all the time. Why can't women get kicked in the groin? Bro, men get kicked in the groin and it hurts a lot because we have a lot of sensitive nerves down there. I don't know if a woman getting kicked in the JJ is the same thing as a man getting kicked in the groin. It's just, man, you gotta just be, you gotta be what do you call it? You just gotta be a man to understand that. It's just, that whole scene was just so weird. All right, let me show it. Who cares, man? What if I don't care if I get struck. Okay, so She-Hulk. This is so funny, man. Kicked in the nuts, I guess. Oh. Okay. This is the one, okay? Right there. Okay, you guys ready? Watch this, okay? Let me put myself here. Oh shoot. Let me cover my, I'm gonna cover it just a little bit. Like, you see how, like, there's this, you see how, like, my mouse, my cursor is going behind the image? Yeah, I'm gonna put that just so, like, the image can cover a bit of this. Anyways, let's go ahead and watch it. Watch. Like, she hit her like right there in the crotch. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's not the same thing, man. I mean, I guess that can happen if you want to punch her there, but what was the point of that though? Like, I feel like maybe, I don't know, in the face would have been a little more effective because that's where the brain is at. You want to knock out the brain? You're a She-Hulk. You could literally just karate chop her in half. You don't need to kick her there. But I mean, I guess because, you know, you want to be funny, but what else happens? Yeah, sure. And they don't even show it, but like, there's this interview that where she talks about it. Let me see. Interview She-Hulk nuts. Where is it? That was a pretty stupid scene too, the twerking. I mean, I guess because they're having fun, why not? Just feels out of place though, low-key. Yeah, right here. Like, if you go watch it, man, if you really want to know about that. That was just funny though. But anyways, yeah, dude, you don't want to make your character too talented because nobody can really relate to that. So, or perfect, not even talented, but perfect. You don't want your character to be perfect because it sucks. Let's read one more before we go. Let's see. Let's see. Contains spoilers. With all the negative stuff flying around about the latest MCU stuff, I was curious as to how the final product would actually come out. When the first episode was released, my hubby downloaded it the same day, but time got away from us and we finally had a moment to sit down and watch it. Overall, I'm not sure why people are being so harsh on it. It was funny, well paced, a great synthesis of a superhero origin story and a first episode and a half-hour comedy series. Yes, it is pro-female. And I know that's not considered the cool thing right now, but that's exactly why this kind of show is needed. No, but the thing is that you're okay. Like, I don't disagree with this woman. I feel like that is definitely needed. When I actually have to stop. I had to think about this. I feel like, okay, because the thing is that how much is too much, bro? Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but men are in a very terrible position right now, like really bad. How much women power and promotion or, you know, encouragement of a gender is it gonna take to realize that someone is paying the cost for that, which is men? Because I do agree with that, but the thing is that men aren't doing good right now. They're doing really bad academically. They're doing terrible in terms of you know, athletics. They're not staying in shape. What was it? Mind, body, and soul. Spiritually as well. Like, they're not in the right mental state. The majority of the shooters are men. we're not in a good mental state right now, men. So I don't know if this is needed at the moment. I do feel like they could have done a better job with She-Hulk. I feel like if they would just given her like her failures and her and then like every failure, like she continues to fail till she achieves something. I think that would have been cool. That's more important than being pro female right now, because again, like remember, like someone has to pay the costs, and right now it's men who are paying the cost, because we have to make them look bad in order for a female to look good, you know? Because dude, just think about it. Like, how many you guys have watched, what do you call it, Fast Furious 9 or Furious 9, or I don't know, but every single time Dominic Toretto, he's fighting people, someone is paying the price, and it's the guys he's fighting. Because every single time I look at them fight Dom, we think to ourselves, damn, these guys, these criminals are so stupid. How do they not attack Dom at once? Just point your gun at him, all of you guys, and just shoot him. And that's it. You guys will end Toretto right there. But no, instead you guys just have your guns aimed at him, and then you guys wait for him to just perform some Houdini magic trick, some Chris Angel's top level magic trick, and then like somehow he's behind you guys and then leaves a grenade in place of where he was before, and then blows all of them up. When we talk about pro female, we look at how the men around that female act, and then we think that they're stupid. But here's the difference though. It's because of a woman being there and because of a man being there, they look dumb. The men look absolutely dumb when a woman just outfights them, because we know that a woman will never be able to do that. Men are just so much more strong, so it makes them look even worse than like bad guys not taking aim at a protagonist. Women can't just look good all the time in a show. But again, I haven't watched it, so I can't, again, like, take my opinions with a grain of salt. They're very underdeveloped, and I would have to watch it so I can have proper context. But honestly, if I watch She-Hulk, I'm just gonna do what I do with every other show and just make fun of it. Okay. I love making fun of, like, not make fun of it in terms of like, oh, look how stupid the concept is, and I'm talking about like the logic behind it, like, you know, like a woman pulling out a man from like a burning car. I don't know if the car was on fire, but stuff like that. Anyways, dude, I gotta finish reading this. Let's go. I was especially impressed by the monologue that explains all the times that she was angry and doesn't voice. It stated a very personal and very accurate situation for me and many other women I know. It's the first time I've ever heard such a situation from a female perspective stated so elegantly and succinctly. The whole episode was well written and well executed. They fixed the CGI problems from the trailers and overall did a stellar job. My hubby's only complaint as a comic book fan was that they didn't have her become a superhero because Bruce had to decide to either let her die or give her blood to save her life. That didn't bother me, as it allowed the story to remain her story the whole way through. It sucks that Banner doesn't get his own movie or series, but not letting her story become his story means that Banner can be a meaningful part of it without stealing the spotlight or belittling her tale. Whatever you read, whatever reviews you hear, it's a good series and it deserves the right to make an impression without unfair bias from people who hate it before they have ever or even given it a chance. Moreover, Boston Legal, you're going to have to share the spotlight. There's a new hilarious lawyer show in town. I hope they do a full 22 episodes of the season. Okay, that's good that some people liked it, man. But the majority of the consensus seems like they disliked it. I'm pretty sure it's mostly because like a lot of people are biased, but I don't know, man. But here's the thing, man. That's just the problem. Like, you know, just remember that somebody has to pay the price in order for somebody to look good. So even like when you're getting complimented, somebody's paying the price. It's a trade-off. You know, like if someone's getting complimented over and over again, that's good for the person because it makes them feel confident. But what about the person who's giving the compliments? You know, who's complimenting them? If no one's complimenting them, they're just giving their kindness off, which eventually turns into hate because they don't feel like they deserve anything. So just remember that, dude.